If you can hear me, if you can't hear me, type the word avocado.
There we go. We're good. We're good.
Is there audio now? Can you? So, if you can hear me, type the word potato. And if you can't hear me, type the word avocado. Colin is sitting in the room with us. That is why he could hear me before any of you. Now I want guacamole. Thanks, Ike. All right, so let's.
Okay. All right.
We have audio. Let's romper room.
Let's romper room so we can go to the bathroom.
Okay, and then I'm gonna do the romper room dance. Okay. What you guys don't know is just as Stacy was going live, I said I have to tinkle first, and then she's like, "No, we're live." And then we had an audio debacle. But now we're gonna romper room, and then I'm gonna come back and do stuff like work.
Okay.
We need to find the albino head with the eyes in it. We were sculpting it, it was here.
I believe in you.
Okay, here comes the romper room. Hello, Sean Fenner. Hi, Colin. Scuba Steve. Hey, that's us. Haunted Swamp Adventure.
I think that's Miss Futureski.
Mr. Jersey. Ike Camacho, Jordan Bunce, no longer bounce. John C. Hugo Cordier Lette. That's the old name. Multi-Dragon, way better than just one. Jennifer Pew Pew Pew. Edson Glutes. Tyro Tundra. Cobwebs and Candlesticks. Ken M2N. I feel like that's like if it were on a license plate, I would try to figure out what that was spelling.
Right.
M2N9U. N9U. Hello, Ken. I'm just going to call you Ken. Again with the Ike Camacho. All of these people are repeats. Ezekiel. Hello. I'm rejoicing. Y'all are chatty, but you're also telling me potato, which is good.
Yeah, there was a dark acre.
Dark Acres, hello. Keep going. No, there's another one. There's no Nightmare something. It's down. It's further down.
Nightmare's End.
Nightmare's End. Hello. Finally a potato. Yes. And Ashton Jones. Hello. And Stricken Ghoul and Rob's Things.
Yeah.
Okay. And now Rue is going to tell you a joke.
What did we do today?
I went and got caskets today.
So many caskets.
So many caskets. And dollies. Furniture dollies.
That's gross.
Probably 100 furniture dollies.
At
I'm not
least.
even exaggerating.
You gonna take the camera there? I think you got some leave on the camera and show them a pile, or did we?
They're all
We moved
way
them. All.
back
Show
there.
them these. We have a couple. You can.
They are these.
But like
Furniture dollies.
80 of them.
That were on. Yeah.
Four
The-
stacks like this.
They're
high.
4 caskets. 4 moving caskets.
So many caskets.
So many caskets.
There's a lot.
21
of them.
21 new caskets, and we got 4 stacks of those that are about waist high. So
There's a lot of
there's
them
a lot, maybe
Yeah, unused
maybe too many.
caskets.
Now to tell a joke. So, guy with no arms is sitting in a
Rue, let me just stop you right now. No jokes.
It's not even a terrible joke. It is a terrible joke.
I'm
but
on
it's not
for 30
like-
seconds and you're making fun of the handicap. No.
No, it's not. It's
Okay.
not that terrible a joke.
However,
Tell
I
you
just
later.
had an idea because I'm talking with I'm speaking with the Sellsword Arts people
Yes.
about making them like ballistic gel dummies.
Yeah.
I think what we need to do is make one out of like a 3-year-old kid.
Yeah. We're
And
bad
then,
people.
and then just make them feel terrible for testing their skills. I'm totally gonna do that, by the way. So you see this mannequin over here? That is an albino cannibal of Hummel, albino cannibals of Hummel Park. And we had a head that we put eyes in. It was a man head. It wasn't a normal head, it was a man head. And
I will find
it is here. And I wanted to sculpt on it with the stuff.
Sure.
And that's gonna be what I do today.
Sean Fenner asked, where does one find 21 caskets?
They call you and ask you to take them.
When you are weird enough, people call you or email you and say, hey, I have this. I think it was like a casket supply company
Yeah.
that got kicked out of their warehouse. And they left a bunch of caskets. So then the warehouse owner has to find something to do with the caskets, which was call Dark Hour Haunted House and see if they want them. And they do.
We can take a little field trip. I got my phone.
Yeah,
Look it
take
up
your
real
field
quick.
trip.
Do you wanna-
We were gonna look for a head over
Annika,
here.
I'm gonna hand this off to you. Go. You won't have audio, but you can go show them. All right, let me make sure you're on the phone cam.
Go ahead,
And
I'll
we're on the phone cam. All right, Annika's gonna take you down to show
Follow
you
Rue.
the pile of caskets.
The man.
Jennifer
Are
Pugh
you
says,
gonna go
"Yay,
with
Alex!"
caskets too?
Rob thinks it was a drive-by Alexing. Cobweb says you can't unload bowling balls with a pitchfork. Cobwebs, you're terrible. Edson says, wait, I'm too weird, no one ever calls me. So behold, our giant pile of caskets. Most of these, actually the gray ones right in the front of the pile there are from our Boma haunt. Most of the ones that we acquired are like cremation caskets. So they're lightweight and like mostly made of light wood and cardboard and stuff. But there were some heavy boys over there. They were beefy.
I found the bino.
Ezekiel says it must be one of them weirdos that get calls all the time for weird stuff.
Yeah, that just happens to you. You get calls because it's like, hey, you do weird stuff. I have this weird stuff that I certainly don't want because I'm not weird, but you're weird, so you come take it. All the time.
Yeah. And then here are the dollies. Good lord, so many dollies.
Yeah.
Giant pile of dollies.
I said, yeah, just get all the dollies they have. I should not have said that.
This was half of what they had. They didn't
Yeah.
even bring all they had.
That is a portion of what they had, and it is, I dare say, enough dollars.
Jennifer Pugh says, wow, that's awesome. Yep, it was crazy. It was crazy cakes.
Okay. I'm gonna work here. Is here okay? Are we back on the big standing mic?
Yes.
Okay.
We can move that closer to you if you need.
I can just move where I work.
Okay. I was gonna try and get the TikTok up here on the screen, but I cannot, so. Ezekiel says, I will entertain real skulls when folks
Caskets
call
and
with
dogs.
these. All right, tripod cam, there you go. Thanks, Annika.
Yep.
I'll have to hold this.
Oh, you found the head.
I did.
Where was it?
Under a mask.
Wow.
Someone
Edson
thought
says,
this
only
was-
calls I get about my darn cars
Somebody
instead of
thought that was
warranty.
just a head. Blah.
Sean Penner says, you can always break down the dollies you don't need and repurpose the casters. Stricken Ghoul says, now all the monster statues can roll around.
Now everything can roll around.
Literally everything and then some.
I guess you put these parts over here.
Okay.
Just on the ground. Rue, your mission this evening is to put this mannequin back together in a natural crouching pose.
I still don't know how you really
I would
expected
like-
to do that.
I would
looking at
like
that.
for the mannequin to be crouching, like maybe on one knee, and separating some bushes like he's peeking out.
Okay, that's not creepy at all.
That's what I want. I want he's an albino cannibal.
Yeah,
They're on the creepy side.
crazy.
Cool. I have a thing to show you.
Rue, where's the AB clay?
Over here.
What was this?
This is that. Maybe not.
No.
Oh,
No,
just
let's
kidding.
foam it.
I think it's over behind Paul.
you on dark hours? Okay, I'm going to find you,
Foam.
cause you're live right now, yay.
They're
That's great.
red and yellow buckets that are.
This is a little bendable.
Is that it? Next to
Sean
Colin?
Fenner says crouching mannequin, hidden cannibal.
Yeah.
Okay, I sent that to myself via you. So hopefully I can pull it up over here. I have comments for both.
Okay.
Do I invite you as a guest?
Oh, no, I,
You just saw it.
yeah.
Okay.
So I hope we should be able to see. It says it has comments off?
Colin, half full of water, please.
People are commenting.
How do I see them though?
Hold on, wait a minute.
Hold on, wait a minute.
You recognize the Hopkinsville Goblin?
Woohoo!
Yeah.
That means I did good.
We're adding them to the Cryptid Museum. So that's why we're making them. We're gonna start putting those on in the Cryptid Museum. We'll do 4 or 5 of them. We have a roof, so we're gonna have them on the roof and like looking in a window and stuff. So
Night Resen, you're actually located in Hopkinsville. That's awesome.
Nice. Haha.
Edson says zombie snail noises.
thank you.
Hey, Steve says, I love y'all song and dance. Every event y'all have, keep up the good work.
Every event, we do a lot of events.
We sure do. We have a lot next week.
Oh, so many. Oops, all events.
So this stuff is a wonderful material
Aw.
that I'm not. It's kind of a bear to use, but it's not terrible.
Alex, am I gonna step on your toes and read comments from
No,
the? Okay. I am Jeremiah on the TikTok says, Alan, thank you so much for all your talent and skill set. Thank you for doing Silphy Studios.
Hey, thanks for watching. We got all kinds of stuff going on for Phillies here in the near future. I'm just prepping my workspace. That's just something that a lot of people don't do enough of, is prepping the workspace. I'm not a floor person, so, because it's far, so I like to elevate all my work. I'm gonna elevate these guys so I can reach them easy. And that way, when I start my workflow, my process, I'm not gonna knock things over and whatnot.
And here, I'll show the camera too at the same time. I did a thing.
That's
So,
terrifying.
this was a Bigfoot hand I found.
Okay.
I used Meshi, which is an AI generator,
Okay.
and I made this.
Okay. Which is an STL file. Show the
Yeah,
camera.
choose the
It's an
same.
STL file.
That's Colin, Edson.
Let me see it.
Yep, you can see it.
That's an animatronic we're working on.
But since making this large enough to fit what we are doing was a little too big to fit on the print plate, I had to be a little extra creative.
Are you 3D?
This is the cool thing, Alan,
Hmm.
that I added a dovetail split
Nice.
into it,
Are you 3D printing or just using CAD to design?
and then I am 3D printing these. Ah. And now I can print them large enough to use this. It's being a little glitchy because I'm not.
Is this a scan of someone's hand?
This is not. This is created from this file, which is just a sketch I found online.
Edson's wife says, hello, Alex.
Hi,
Ezekiel
y'all.
says, old mates on the good gear, bulging eyes. McAllister's Mask says, hello, everyone.
Hello.
Dark Acres says, did someone say snail? Rue's favorite character.
Zombie snail.
Edson says, yeah, but 3D isn't art, says some.
I think 3D is art, but some might not like the AI. I probably would have sculpted the hand, because now we can do a sculpture and we can scan it with a ferret scanner. Do you have any printed heads of your sculpt? Or just the tiny one that's on my desk?
I have something, I think.
Jennifer Pugh asked, are you guys bringing any 2-footers to Transworld?
Probably, yes.
I do not. Just the tiny one that's
No.
on your desk.
So anyway, now we can scan. Where's that camera? Can we move this camera so it's next to this one?
Yep.
So I can look in one place?
Totes.
Oh, go.
Alex,
Yeah.
you're on camera wrangling, I guess.
So, now we can
Frame.
do a sculpture,
Yeah.
scan it, we don't have to make a mold of it, and then 3D print it. So that's kind of cool. I am learning Blender, and I do a lot of sculpting in Blender right now, mostly for Masters of the Universe heads, because I make action figures. And yeah, so, I did an Umber Hulk head,
Oh, yeah?
which I'm very happy with.
Nice. Julie Worth says,
Um,
hey, Alan, Julie from Greystone Screen Park here. I love your haunt. Keep it up.
Hello, thank you. Rue, is your hand clean?
Fairly.
Get in this pocket. Hold my phone.
Not at all weird.
I did warn them that things happen.
What are you doing? I want a recap of my day. Show
Ooh.
that.
Buster Max says, hello, all. Sean Fenner says, you can scan something other than ferrets? Is that like a cat scanner, but for rodents?
Yes. This way cats are free. Can they see the Umber Hulk?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, I sculpted that in Blender and I made it. It's about half a potato when I print it out. And I've already printed it out. So you can see the printed ones, Rue, if you look in the pictures.
Hugo says, hi, Stacy. Hi, Hugo.
Did I do things?
Samantha and makeup artist says, love seeing y'all at Scarby. Worked for y'all for 8 years ago. Miss it. Brag about the haunt constantly. Keep up the
Hooray!
amazing work.
Hooray!
And that printed is hard to line up.
It looks nice.
That's how it looks printed.
Yeah, you have to
Wonderful.
Control. His hands printed today while I was at work. So hopefully when I get home, I can see his printed hands.
All printed.
Your resin might send you the mini files to print.
Oh yeah, for the minis, absolutely.
Edson
don't do
says,
them if you-
Tinkercad's a good start to help learn Blender.
I kind of jumped into it, and I don't know what half of the little buttons and switches do, but I have a good time. Really, like I've learned push-pull. I have a hard time with like artifacting. I don't know good ways how to fix that aside from a remesh, and sometimes that gets problematic. I'm learning as I go. The more I do it, the more problems I have, the more I have to look those up, and then the more I learn. Annika. You know what's really fun? Kneading 2 balls of this stuff until it's the same color. Then that's really fun. Do you want to try it? Okay, come over here. Wet your hand. Wet your hand, and then wet your other hand. Yes, with both hands. Because you're going to scoop an equal amount of each one, black and white. And then, well, with some folding powder, yes, because you'll put it together, it'll get sticky. When it gets
Yeah.
sticky, you powder it. Have you done this before?
I have not done this with the material.
Okay. And this is what his head will be made of.
It looks like pasta.
It does look like pasta. It looks like squid ink pasta. like we're doing some sort of fancy.
My favorite.
Hello, Jeff from Iowa.
Howdy, Jeff.
What up, Jeff?
So we don't have any new people in the shop. We have maybe new to live people.
Hi, that would be me.
Would you introduce yourself right there?
Hi, my name's Annika.
And Colin is over there in the corner.
You've met me before.
Doing Colin things.
Wait, you moved.
I did.
Wow.
I wanted to
Eds-
see what was on the screen.
Edson says, yep, lots to learn, but lots of tips everywhere. I've learned some cool hints with the Facebook shorts. Jennifer Pugh says, gray bread.
That's the best kind.
Was this
It's still white on the inside. That's what my mom used to say.
the body that goes with said?
I think so.
Yes.
Hello,
Yeah.
Hallie.
See, and they join together.
We see you creeping, Hallie.
Travis says, wow, this place looks fun to work at. Are y'all hiring?
Who says this?
Travis. You gotta pass a background check.
On this one.
Okay, is that our Travis?
Yeah.
Okay, well, not for you.
Hallie said, hey. Edson says, hello, Danica.
Oh.
Annika, no D.
Oh yeah, no, it's okay. Hello.
And Sean Fenner says, pre-molded bread.
I don't know what your plan was here.
Travis says, oh man.
Annika is one of my favorite people to work in the haunt with.
Oh, you're gonna make me
'Cause
cry.
She a little beast.
I get up in everyone's faces.
We got a lot of
You do not see me until I let you
Awesome.
see me.
vicious kids here.
Oh, Travis, you better
Vicious.
watch it.
Vicious
Someone's
knids.
after your spot.
Knox said, I'll take a spot, don't worry. Jeff Leach says, it's been several years, but I met Alan at Transworld and got a picture. Best birthday ever.
Hooray! Are you going this year?
Here's my tool.
If you're going to St. Louis, you either did something wrong or you're going to Transworld. Okay, I feel like this is all one color now. And that color is sticky.
That color is sticky.
Patch.
It's sticky color.
Patch.
It's sticky color. Alex, explain why you keep saying patch every time someone says something that could be inappropriate.
It's not all inappropriate.
Inappropriate or amusing.
So I have an ongoing patch list of quotes and phrases that I hear people say, and I think it's funny, and I want to remember them. So I have a forever scrolling, lengthy list of quotes.
One time, I was speaking to a police officer in the front lobby of the haunt, which was, I forget why, it was something, no one was in trouble, it was just something, he was letting me know some information, right? And over the radio, someone asked for more dead kids to put in the pond.
And that was a patch.
Yeah.
Jeff Leach says he's kind of out of the industry for now.
Well, when your life gets better, meaning you're back in the industry, come see me.
Hey, it's Ryan Visengard, says, my man, the Hobbinator.
What's up, buddy?
Hi, Ryan. The Chamber of Darkness says, hello, Alan. I'm a third-year haunt owner. What's the best advice you would give? Thanks.
You're probably not in too deep. You could probably still run.
There's still time for you, brother. There's still time.
No, it's okay. So here's my advice. I'm not on a soapbox. I'm on an office chair, so it's close enough. Make sure that you are building a haunt for you, a haunt that you like. It's great to listen to your customers and your staff and stuff, but if you're the one paying for it, or you're the one who's been paid to have the vision, sometimes someone will hire a director and they want that person to do their thing. But you should produce a show that you enjoy, not just one that you think customers would like, and not just one that you see other people doing and it's successful. make sure you're doing something to make your show unique. How does your show stand out? How is your show different from others? That's what it matters. That's what matters, because we're in a period of time where the entertainment options are boundless. And you are going to attract people to your show who like the things that you like. It'll take a while to build an audience, absolutely. But you will attract people to your show who like things that you like if you are true to what you think ought to be in there, you know? What are the stories that you want to tell? Not, this room, it has clowns because clowns are popular. Not, this room is a graveyard because I learned how to make foam tombstones. And foam tombstones, well, everybody likes foam tombstones. You know, or that it's true, a lot of people do. But will that make it stand out, you know? I would rather see a haunted house that is a 50-year-old man who aspires to be a tooth fairy. So he goes and at night breaks into children's houses and just takes their teeth. Like, that's kind of a cool haunted house. But then, like, that's not supernatural enough for me. So I would want a demon. A demon is assigned to punish him. And what does that look like, you know? And then you have a nice supernatural element. You have a, you know, a murdery element. Murder's fun.
We do like a murder element.
Yeah.
Dark Acres says, when people think CNC machining and 3D printing, they often forget about the actual programming work. I've had my CNC router for a decade. I still feel like I don't know half its capabilities.
And I didn't start 3D printing until you didn't have to be a 3D printer tech in order to 3D print. That was true up until a while, yeah. Rue got in early, and he had to learn how to do all the crap that I don't want to learn how to do.
Misty Jazerski says, that needs to go into the book, Haunters Can Say It, Get Away With It. Rev Gravedigger says, how's it going, royal family?
Hello, hello. I don't know about no royal
family.
How about janitorial company? That's,
It kind of feels like the laser though too, because like
Yeah.
we kind of just jumped into it and we're still like every day learning something new, and it's very, Alex, come here.
because I bought an industrial laser. I didn't know how to use it. No, but I spent a lot of money on it because I thought I knew it could make cool things, and we have made a lot of cool things.
My highest compliment I've received in the laser so far is Alan watching me do something on it, and he goes, "You were almost annoyingly smooth at this."
Oh yeah, she's so fast, and I at no point was it my job to learn, and sometimes that little difference, Stacy gets paid to learn how to use the laser, and I ask Stacy how to do weird stuff all the time, and she's got to go figure it out.
It's true. Hallie asks, what's Alan making?
I am sculpting the head of an albino cannibal. In the Cryptid Museum, I forget which state it is, but there is a Nebraska has Hummel Park, and in Hummel Park, which is apparently a very weird place, it's known to have albino cannibals who will come out at night and collect people.
Kind of feels on brand for us.
Yeah.
This should be good.
Chamber of Darkness says, wow, great advice. Thank you so much. Ryan Bisengard says, like AI, 3D printing is a tool for sure. Joel asks, what's your advice for someone just starting owning their haunt? Owning their haunt.
Watch your budget and don't let garbage direct your show. So what I mean by watch your budget is we do events here. We do side events here. And the first thing that I do is I figure out what the price point is, right? How much is it going to cost for people to attend? How many tickets can I sell? Like Cryptids and Cocktails is super easy. We only sell 20 tickets to that, right?
Tell them what Cryptids and Cocktails is.
So Cryptids and Cocktails is we started it when we kind of got the North American Cryptid Museum going. The first one that we did was a lecture on winter creatures. And so it's a lecture on Krampus and all kinds of other just winter spirits and things, and Perchton, and Perchta, the witch. So that's
But the one coming up Thursday.
The one coming up on this Thursday.
Next Thursday.
Next Thursday, days like a week away. A week away, a week away. Anyway, next Thursday I thought it would be fun to do a lively and spirited debate. Since it's Valentine's weekend, I am going to be arguing the point that werewolves are more romantic than vampires. And Rue will be arguing. What are you arguing? What's your point?
That vampires are more romantic than werewolves.
Now, I have to prove a lot of movies wrong, okay? Because they get it wrong. But I'm going to throw down the hard historical truth about werewolves and vampires, because there will be a little bit of a smear campaign in this, because just proving that werewolves are romantic will not undo the travesties that vampire romance has become. Okay? Yeah. And if you agree with Rue, then you really love Twilight. That's just how that has to happen.
Rue, Team Edward or Jacob?
Oh, he says Edward. That's what he said.
Oh, no, I didn't.
Hallie says, I wonder if Boston's seen one in person. Rev Gravedigger says, I grew up going to Hummel Park. Travis says, hooray, more freaks to stare at me.
Yeah.
David the Goliath says, what's the one big purchase tech machine you use most in your shop?
The laser.
Definitely
The laser. Because once you get a big machine like that, right? Once I got a big laser cutter, I started thinking in laser cutter. How can I do this or other projects using the laser cutter that I have? And that's everything. I can't wait to get a CNC machine, because it's gonna be the same thing. And we'll be able to add such new cool sets and
I'm
things
so excited.
when we have a CNC. Hey, Rue, can I get some sculpting tools?
Jennifer Pugh asks, what's Rude doing with that leg? Sick.
I don't
Yes.
know what he's doing.
Jennifer,
Rue just wanders around the shop holding mannequin legs.
Jennifer Pugh says, make it a rap battle.
Well, I'm not a rapper,
Has
but
Jennifer seen the rap battle? We
Surely.
should
but
post it.
I can
In the
do a
creepers?
spirited debate.
Jennifer, surely you've seen our vampire epic rap battle of Dracula versus Vlad the Impaler. Creative Doof says, just have a werewolf woo a vampire. Let the audience decide for themselves. Stephen Haynes says, clowns are great lovers.
Don't
Clown
make it,
tax, clown tax.
don't make it weird, guys.
Sean Fenner says, it's not Valentine's Day, it's Single Awareness Day. Rob's thing says, I mean, if you're into puppy play.
You know what I learned about? I learned about
Say Mothman.
Galentine's.
Yeah, Galentine's Day.
Galentine's is just where girls and their friends hang out.
Yeah.
I wanna
Yeah,
watch that.
like that's what that is. And guys don't do that. They're gonna stay home and play Call of Duty
Yep.
with people on the other side of the world.
Hallie says, you know who's never seen Twilight? Me.
Same.
Well,
Joel says,
and-
I appreciate that advice.
Now, going into this debate, I know, absolutely know, Alan is going to try and demolish me with this. So I am preparing a lot.
Ryan says, come on, Team Terry. All right, Chamber of Darkness says, one last question. How do I determine a ticket price for our haunt season? I'm struggling with this.
okay, so the old classic formula is $1 a minute. Does your haunted house take 20 minutes to go through? $20. 24 minutes to go through? $24. That is, if people get that experience, that's a good value for their money. And that is time inside the show. So if you have a very small show, like maybe you have a 4,000 square foot haunt, and maybe you find some story elements and things to keep them in a room longer. So that way, if they look at their watch when they walk in the door, and they look at their watch when they leave, they spent that amount of time, minutes to dollars, inside your show.
Creative Dude says, come on, vamps, woo your shaggy significant others. Dark Acre said, I can't wait to see you how I'll have a CNC. It's game changing. I feel like it's the only reason I stick out as a home haunt.
And what will your market bear? You know, if you are in Detroit, then maybe you won't, charge as much as if you were in LA. You know, it's what do people expect to pay for things? And if you want a lot of people to see it, then you lower your price. Do you want to give a really good show? And you kind of have to raise your price and limit the number of customers that you have. The only way that you can control how many people you have is by what you cost. That's it.
Travis says, Dracula has the line, I've crossed oceans of time to find you, and you're saying not romantic?
How do you think Dracula smells? just work with me. Yeah. What I'm saying is, not as romantic as werewolves. Wolves mate for life. Like, did Dracula abstain while he was across the ocean? Maybe no. I don't think he did.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Justin on TikTok says, dude, I love watching you work.
He is totally a frat bro who, in order to get a girl, seduces her friend. What the heck? Like, that's messed up. Like, that's not good behavior. That's toxic monsterinity right there.
Jennifer Pugh says, be strong, Rue. I do like a good werewolf, though.
Yeah.
Sean Fenner says, Twilight's just a story about a really old dude who becomes a disco ball with a shirt off, hitting on a really young girl.
I also
Super
wanna
creepy if you think
explain,
about it.
I actually do prefer werewolves to vampires. But what happened, what this actually was I volunteered to do a talk, a lecture on vampires for Valentine's Day. I volunteered to do that. And Alan said, let's make it a debate, and I'm going to take werewolves, and we're going to debate which one's better. And I went,
You have
but I
already-
like werewolves.
Not better, more romantic.
More romantic.
Very clearly, media is on your side.
Oh, yeah.
Ezekiel.
Unless you're looking at modern novels where there are way too many werewolf, tame the beast, mate whatever kind of books.
That's only in your wife's book.
No. You know what? You know where it is? If you search for Beast Man enough on the internet,
Oh, yep.
who is my favorite Masters of the Universe character,
Sure.
but apparently it's also a romance novel trope. Yeah, I get recommended books like that all the time in my Amazon.
Jeffrey says, oh my god, now Rue's heating up his leg. Ezekiel says, how do you think a wolf's nards smell? Creative Dude says, who would want werewolf oysters?
Musky?
The Donut Dungeon says, hey, Alan, been making a lot more masks lately, and you've been a big inspiration.
I
Thanks
love
for doing
that.
what you do.
I love that. Make those masks.
Hey, my husband's watching the show, the feed. Tony says, no, let's not dismiss the contribution Twilight made to vampire and werewolf lore.
Let's dismiss that. You know, if it wasn't like way in my favor, I would dismiss it from the debate. However, I'm gonna bring it up.
Creative Dude says, maybe the lady vamps?
I'm not saying Edward would be on the Epstein list, but he would totally be on the Epstein list. Totally.
Woo! And that is the one notation we're making for that. We're moving right there.
He's
right the F on.
He's 300 and hanging out at high schools for chicks.
Demonetized.
Come
Demonetized.
on.
Yancey says you used to be my neighbor.
Edward Cullen?
No, Yancey.
Oh, gotcha.
Hallie says, I'm very excited for this Cryptids and Cocktails debate. Chamber of Darkness says, thank you. They're in East Tennessee.
So you guys out there, without hearing any debate, are you vampire? Which one is more romantic? That's all we're asking. Not who would win in a bar fight. Or, you know, who would, I don't know, just who do you think would be more romantic as a species?
Creative Doof says the dummy's eye expression upon reading the comment section is dead on. Stephen Haynes says, will Blackula be in Rue's research? Ezekiel says, I'm still scarred from having to watch Twilight with my wife.
Blackula
Little,
he got
little
3
Blackula,
movies.
a little
Like-
Barry White.
Just talking about Blackula. We can dig it. Darkest Night Studio says, Alan, good to see you on TikTok Wednesday.
Okay, so Alex, get over here. Look at the people. Alex has taken over TikTok for Dark Hour, and Alex believes in making me work. And
I like making him shimmy.
Alex said, hey, while you're live tonight, what's the logic behind this?
Why not?
Do people enjoy this on TikTok?
We have, let's see, how many?
7.
3,700 people have tapped our screen liking the live.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
And like 9 are still watching.
18.
Okay, right. Okay, well, that's cool. We're making monsters.
And it's just more exposure.
Fearless Nightmare says, hey Alan, Fearless from Woods.
Hello.
Hashtag egg.
Egg. Yes.
We might have accidentally started a cult, don't worry about it. Ryan Visegard says, come on, vampires are just dead bloated bodies rising because of rigor mortis. Fearless Nightmare says, will you be heading to Woods of Terror again in August? I need another egg day.
I don't know yet. We don't know. This is, we haven't heard from Eddie. We may not. You guys have a wonderful training program out there. You don't need us every year. I think we're kind of a fun kickoff to the season. But you guys are a very well-trained crew. You will survive without us if we don't get to make it. But if
So
you
listen,
do-
winning awards for like best in the country.
Yeah.
Like, you guys are kicking butt, taking names.
Kicking names, taking butt. Wait.
Taking what?
Ashley Jones says werewolf. Colin says, will this epic debate be recorded and shared?
No, because you gotta come to Cryptids and Cocktails.
Maybe for Patreon.
Okay.
Sean Fenner says vampires are definitely more romantic. I mean, who wants a lover you have to deworm? Jennifer Pugh says, I feel like
You
vampires
understand
are...
that vampires
I'm
are
making
dead
notes.
people, right? Do more wolves in the wild have worms, or do more dead things have worms?
Oh, hard to
I
say.
think we're going with dead things.
Jennifer Pugh says, I feel like vampires are portrayed as more romantic, but I like werewolves better. Kara Goff says, oh crikey, I'm late. Evening creepers, hope you're all good. Vamps for romance. Creative Doof says, vampires get my vote. They know how to charm and seduce. Werewolf has primal instincts, but mauling the intended victim wouldn't be a great time.
Depends on what they're into.
Dark Acres says, vampires aren't romantic, they're seductive. Missy Jazerski says, I was always team vampire and strongly disliked werewolves. Then saw Twilight and switched to team werewolf. Troy B says, Alan, nice closing speech last week on Transworld Live. You could give a lesson to some of the leaders on how to be a decent human. How ironic from a guy that makes monsters.
Well,
It's a weird side effect.
Justin says, what are you making tonight?
This is an exhibit for our Cryptid Museum. This will be this is a AB epoxy putty, so this will turn really hard. So it'll turn into like hard plastic. And we're making albino cannibals of Hummel Park, is what we're making. So, and I haven't thought about this. I should have made his teeth ahead of time.
Yeah.
And then I would have hard teeth to put through. No. Annika, up on the front counter, there's a box in the exit lobby. There's a box with a snow machine in it. Ignore that. Up on the counter is a little white teeth case. Bring me that white teeth case, please.
Just like where the register is?
Yes, but on the customer side.
Yes.
David the Goliath says, so are you saying that your Valentine's show is werewolf and not vamp theme?
No. What we're talking about is Cryptids and Cocktails, which is happening Thursday the 12th, right before our Friday the 13th show and Valentine's show. And it is a very small event where 20 people can come and hear the debate between which is more romantic and why, werewolves versus vampires. And I'm arguing for werewolves and Rue is arguing for vampires.
And we still have a few tickets for that left.
Yes, if you click in our bio, we have a link tree and you can buy tickets in our bio.
That's not true if you're on the YouTube,
That is,
because I don't,
That's,
Alex hits way more buttons than I'm almost 50,
listen,
so.
that's why I'm here.
can you
Right.
send me the Linktree link on Messenger via your tablet, and I'll share it in the chat. Ezekiel says, I reckon Vampira and Lily Munster would be way more romantic for me. I'm all vampires.
Okay.
Travis says, take a wild guess on which side I'm choosing. Bun Moss says, I vote werewolves.
So, if you haven't seen the original The Howling, like, that was the female werewolf in that, she was my childhood crush.
Aww.
Big time.
Fearless Nightmare says, hey Rue, Stacy, and Bug if you're there. Also, hey Alan's wife. Bug is at home tonight, but it is Rue and Stacy and Alex and Annika. Bun Moss says, I vote werewolves. Ryan Visegard says, I think it's a dead tie, especially right now in the bookie world. Beastmen and vampires and fairies are all the rage. Justin says, I remember you got your supplies from Biddy but since they were gone, where do you go now in DFW?
Well, most of this stuff right here is from Reynolds Advanced Materials. We have one in Dallas. So, yeah. There's
Okay, there's our link tree, guys. If you want tickets to Cryptids and Cocktails, it is in the chat. Paragoff says, that sounds brilliant. Creative Doof says, dead things would probably be a worm factory. Nightmare Zen says, what about a chupacabra?
We have
They don't
them
seem very
in the
romantic.
Cryptid Museum.
Unless
I
you're a
will not
goat.
vouch for how romantic one is, but yeah.
Tiro Tundra says, Alan, I know you're crazy busy, but curious when we might see more from Vine Jungle Figure Factory.
Okay, if you follow Vine Jungle Figure Factory on Instagram, I post there at least once a week. I'm not as busy on the YouTube channel, but I do want to start making more videos, and I actually will soon. So, I'll get there.
And we got distracted. We answered the Biddy question?
Yes,
Reynolds, got it.
with Reynolds Advanced Materials.
When the old Benson house used to be. What do you mean where the old Benson house used to be? What? What?
Don't try to figure out the time.
Well, she's asking me to do
It's
something.
Stacy's job to.
Yes, listen, I'm worrying about it.
Justin, you say you missed the YouTube Live. We're actually on YouTube Live right now.
Legitimately, we're doing both.
Go to Still
Yeah,
Peace Live.
we're on Still Peace Live is the channel. It's not on the regular Still Peace Studios channel. You have to go to Still Peace Live. And there are some people who don't know that there's two channels, but it turns out that people who like 20-minute long how-to videos don't like live videos. So I had to do two channels. We had to split it during the pandemic because we were losing people on the other channel. They were dropping like flies.
Fearless Nightmare says, who would be more romantic as a species? Ugh, Alan Hops, of course, duh. Ryan says, I'm here, I'm important, damn it.
You are important.
Hallie says, I've definitely done a good amount of likes on this live. Bun Moss says, dyeing my hair red and this is a vibe.
Yeah.
Hey, TM1388 says, go make stuff. Greetings from Distortions Unlimited.
Hooray!
Distortions. Crash Maniac says, love you guys.
Who was that from Distortions?
TM1388.
Oh, okay. I think I know who that is.
I'm pretty
Howdy.
sure I know who that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will not reveal your secret identity.
Nick Meyer 785 says, will there be a chicken walk in cocktails?
Ooh, that reminds me, I gotta do a chicken walk this
You
week.
do have to do a
I
chicken
didn't do
walk.
one last week because we were frozen.
I called you Friday because I forgot you were leaving early,
Mm.
and I was calling you to say, hey, go do a chicken walk, and you did not do it.
The Donut Dungeon says, how much does the putty you're using cost? It sounds like a pretty good product.
Well, it's not the cheapest stuff in the world. A 2 5-gallon kit is about $700. And while that yeah, I heard the noise you made. While that is expensive, almost nothing does what this stuff does, except for like epoxy sculpt, wonder sculpt. Okay, a lot of products do this, but they're really hard to
It
get.
is epoxy.
Yeah, it's basically epoxy sculpt but big.
They're hard to get in a 10-gallon kit, and this stuff smooths really well with water. You can get amazing detail with it,
It also comes off very easily from your hands and fingers.
and then you can sand it later.
The Discount EMT asks, will there be an event after Valentine's Day?
Hold on, could I pay more for the full price EMT? When your life is on the line, you don't go with the lowest bidder at that point. What was the question?
Will there be an event after Valentine's Day?
Yes. We will be open Friday, March 13th, for a leprechaun show of some flavor and variety.
On Friday the 13th.
On Friday
Back
the
to
13th.
the back.
We have back-to-back Friday the 13th.
Decapitated Marker says, I don't think I've ever joined a live before.
I don't know if we've ever gone live on Dark Hours
I
TikTok.
don't think
We've
so.
never gone live on Dark Hours.
We've gone live on Still Beasts, but only like once.
I'm 50. So, well, not yet, but I'm close to
You're
it.
very nearly.
In July, I'll be 50. and we're just right. I feel that way too.
We were watching a cartoon about the future, and like Barry Jetson's like thing came on after the show that we were actually watching, and they said that it is the year 2027.
And we all went, ooh.
It was all like flying saucers, and it was definitely a moment of oh.
Yeah, Buck Rogers took place in 1986.
Whoa.
I think it was. Okay.
Ezekiel says, I need more details. Is it a one-night stand with a vampire and werewolf, or is it long-term?
Oh, see, that's a good question. I think we should have, are one-night stands romantic? That's the question you should be asking. Would you grab me a 1-inch brush, please?
Stephen Haynes says, I still swear you were the best thing of the pandemic.
Thank you.
CIA 7392 says, y'all gonna do an event after Valentine's?
One of these
It's a
brushes.
very good way to get through the pandemic.
Okay, so it's Discount EMT here. It was a joke from a dude named the Discount Paramedic. Nice.
Oh, okay, well, yeah.
Creative Doof says, vampires and werewolves would occasionally get away from their own. They'd go for a roll. Zombies aren't much fun. Justin said, hey, I didn't know. I'm only subbed to the Stiltby Studios one. Great to know. I enjoy watching, and you actually answer.
We try very hard.
Hallie says, don't we have another event in February, a painting event?
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Rude, talk about the painting
We
you
have a couples painting class.
We have a couples painting class we're doing.
Do you know about it?
Yes.
I hope so, he's teaching it.
You know what day it is?
It's the yes, I do. It is the 21st of February.
What time?
At 7:30.
Okay.
Yeah, well, okay.
Is that-
You all expected me to get it wrong.
Well, that would only be in keeping with the usual state of events. Decapitated Marker says, are you only doing the special shows because of Friday the 13th?
So we try to open on every Friday the 13th. That's a good reason to do an off-season show. Yeah, we used to do a ton of shows, but that kind of got, it's, not enough people come, you lose money. So if we only open on Friday the 13th, and people know we open on Friday the 13th, that should be a decent night for us.
Troy B says, I'll second that, Stephen Haynes. This channel was my happy place during that dark time. Caroline Boland says, hello, everyone. Hello, Caroline.
I'll be honest with you, times are almost dark enough. I feel an obligation to go a lot more often.
Yeah. Discount EMT says, come to Oklahoma. I hate haunted houses here in Oklahoma. They suck and they're boring.
Well,
We're just the next state down.
Yeah,
I'm with-
we're like right here.
I love how you have already done the math and figured out it is easier for us to take our 50,000 square foot haunted house to Oklahoma than for you to drive to Texas.
North Texas. That is not far from.
Pardon my aneurysm. Yeah.
Travis says, is that right? It is now. Decapitated Marker says, isn't that the truth? We are in a dark hour. But these are the jokes. Barakat says, have you ever made chainmail of any kind? I just started making my own chainmail shirt.
I have. That is how I not choose to get carpal tunnel, because as soon as you make as many rings as you think you need, then you have to make 5 times as many more, because that's how many you actually need.
We also laser made foam chainmail.
Yeah, we did foam chainmail.
It was cool.
I've done 3D printed chainmail, but it just doesn't. It's so wrong.
Colleen Ryerson says, cool, finally caught on live. I love watching the monster creations. Hello from Canada. What up, Colleen?
4-hour motorcyclist ride sounds amazing.
What?
Discount EMT says, but a 4-hour motorcycle ride sucks. Ezekiel says, wait, the pandemic's over? I can leave my grandmammy's basement?
We weren't supposed to tell them.
Oh no, someone told Australia. Creative News says, Oklahoma is boring to the residents. Even an individual from Oklahoma stated that. Ezekiel says, if I can make Dark Hour from the third world, you can definitely make it from Oklahoma. Go now.
I have ridden my motorcycle from the Canadian border to the Mexican border, back and forth twice now.
Woof.
Rue hates himself.
Bun Ma says, do you have any advice for finding inspiration or the want to be a horror content creator?
No. Here's why. I think that in order to be a horror content creator, you should already have the want and the desire, and you should be lacking the know-how. Learn how to do it. But I don't want to see a content creator who's not passionate about what they're doing. And while I get that maybe you're saying that, and maybe that question came across wrong because it's a 10-word sentence as a comment on a video. But I'm gonna give it the time that it's due for sure. Have the passion and go ahead and start doing it poorly is what I would recommend. I don't know how to do this, I don't know how to do it well. Do it poorly. And you do it poorly long enough that you learn how to do it, and then you start doing it well.
Second at something, the first step towards getting good at something.
Yeah, if you're doing a new thing and you suck at it, that means you're doing a new thing. That's what that means. And that's all that means.
Yep. Gotham's Cheshire Cat 34 says, hi, how are you?
Good, thank you for asking. All these other people, none of them asked.
Not one.
You took the time to ask me how I was, and where were they? Were they TikTok?
TikTok.
TikTok. I'm good, thank you for how are you?
Ezekiel says, and that's why Rue walks funny.
I almost made that joke, but the time passed. Would have been too late for me.
Discount EMT says, I have a Ninja 400.
Oh,
Long
yeah.
rides suck.
I've ridden my motorcycle border to border.
Creative
across the
Dupe says,
US.
from border to border, that's a lot of
Like,
pictures taken.
I don't suggest doing that, by the way.
If I've learned,
Also, one of those times was on a motorcycle with no suspension.
Woo!
if I learned anything from working with Rue, he doesn't take pictures. I'm like, Rue, did you get a
I
picture
actually
of that?
have some pictures.
Did you
of
get a
it.
picture of that before you mailed it out? No. Okay. Alexa, stop.
Silky's lip.
Tiro Tundra says, and how is everyone else in the shop doing?
Oh,
We're doing good.
yeah, we're doing okay.
Decapitated Marker says, what's your favorite off-season theme that you've done?
Boy. We used to do a show that was called, what was that werewolf show called?
Dog.
Oh, Dog Days of Summer.
Yeah.
It was in June or July. It was in July, yeah, because it was my birthday month.
Summer Spirits.
And-
was June.
And we did, it was a werewolf show. And I freaking loved it. Just I like watching werewolves run around, you know? Right now I'm watching the Monarch series about Godzilla and the monsters and stuff there.
Mhm.
And if they would just give me an option, only show it when monsters are on the screen, I don't care if people talking, I don't care. I don't want to see that. I want to see monsters running around, hitting each other, and eating people. That's what I want to see. So, if someone would just re-edit that show for me, I would appreciate it.
The
Why,
Alan
how did I
Hobbs
get
cut.
here? What question was I answering?
You're answering what was your favorite off-season theme?
Oh yeah, Dog Days of Summer, because it's cool to watch all werewolf, total chaos, lots of crazy werewolf stuff happening.
Werepups.
Cody Lewis 29 says, hi, Alan.
Hi, how's it going?
Dark Acres says, happy first TikTok live.
And Dark Acre sent us a galaxy.
Yeah. I don't know what that means, but I like it.
But it was really cool to watch the galaxy on the screen.
Thank you.
Glenn Moss says, thank you. Ryan Bisgar says, facts.
This is almost phrased so terribly.
Because it's 5 degrees.
So cool.
I can't finish.
Michael says, I'm good. How are you? Dylan says, I just tried to make a mold today out of clay and plaster. Horrible fail.
So send me pictures and I can help you with what went wrong. And we do classes here. We do monster camp.
It's true.
Somebody whip a picture of that monster camp over there. Like we call this the classroom because this is where we teach monster camp now. We used to teach it at the house, and that was lovely. But I can fit more people here, and we're closer to decent restaurants.
That's true. Nightmare Zen says, during the pandemic, if we wasn't watching you, we'd catch Eric Fox live occasionally.
Yeah, when he was
Yep, when he was live.
not too high to go live.
Discount EMT says, what made you open Dark Hour? I remember y'all when you were a small studio in Plano off of the highway, and you only had a couple shows a year back in 2010-ish.
Well, I purchased Dark Hour. I worked for Dark Hour as the director from 2010 until 2022. As soon as it became 2023, I purchased it, me and my wife, and at that time, Mike Ortiz, who was my former boss at Dark Hour. I was the director, and he was the COO. Unfortunately, he passed away the year that we bought it. He had cancer that he was fighting. Yeah, so he passed away, and now me and my wife are navigating
Haunted house
running
ownership.
a giant haunted house without any experience doing so. But I love what I do, and I love who I work with, and I would not trade that for the world.
Michael on TikTok says, I love your Halloween haunted house. David the Goliath says if he rode his bike, he has to be too tired. Decapitated Marker says, I love werewolves. Bethany Gray says, I love going to y'all's haunted house. They're so fun. Colleen Ryerson says, when I came to my area in 1977, it was quiet around here at Halloween, but I changed things up. Over time, I became known as the Queen of Halloween. My yard was full of dead bodies. Inside the house was mostly witch-themed. Had every kid here for years. Love Halloween.
I love that.
Robert says, what's up from Missouri? Karagoff says, I enjoyed that series.
There are two uniquely American holidays. I'm not counting like President's Day and Arbor Day. Those aren't real. And that is July 4th, which is Independence Day, and Halloween. Only one of those did not involve a war to get the holiday started.
Yeah.
So I am pro Halloween.
Discount EMT says, is that why Dark Hours expanded so big lately?
Because I don't know what I'm doing. Yes, well, I don't know if it's expanded big or it's easier to hear about us, or my focus is on getting Dark Hour to be I want these people's work to be recognized. And the best way for me to do that is to get Dark Hour's name out there and provide to our local community, provide to the haunted attraction community, and just, I'm kind of going, hey, look at what these guys are doing. I'm in the spot where I get a lot of the credit for a lot of the work that happens. I just help organize, you know. I draw things on napkins and I hand it to people, and these wonderful artists make it. That's how a lot of these things get done. But yeah, if it's grown big, it's because I have an amazing team, and not only do I shout their praises, but I hire people to shout their praises via the social media to do that.
Dylan asks, do you remember Penny Norrell? Norrell? She was one of our actors, right?
Name's familiar.
I would have to see a picture.
I want to say we acted together.
I'm more of a picture person than a name person.
Ezekiel says, I think you need to resurrect Carl's Playhouse.
That's actually a possibility, but I'll go into that later.
Trihawk Creation says, hello, Alan, from your biggest fan. I still have the shirt.
Hello.
Nick Granado says, how's the off season of the haunted house? Big fan of you guys.
There isn't an off season.
We don't have an off
It's-
season.
It's all the people are coming,
Right.
do the work,
Mm-hmm.
or off season, do all the work so people will come. And that's the difference. It's during October, everybody knows to go to a haunted house. We have to convince them to come to ours, a little bit easier. And then during the off season, we have to let everybody know it's okay to go to a haunted house on Valentine's Day. You know, it's okay. People like that. No one's gonna be mad about it.
Like next weekend. Nick, come see our show. Friday the 13th and 14th.
Yeah.
There you
Cleep says, hey, Rue, two of my favorite people.
go. Who is this?
Cleep?
I think it's Tanya.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that does look like Tanya.
All
He
right.
still has
She
his,
says, hi, Stacy. Yeah, that's me.
Tanya, he still has his tiny hands. It's okay.
My
Decapitated,
hands are not tiny.
Decapitated Margaret says, Dark Hour is a bucket list haunt for us. Cleep says, you're a great person to work for.
All right, thanks. I don't know what I'm doing, but I will try to be nice and fair.
Kitty Baby says, is Ivan there?
Ivan is home. I made Ivan move a bunch of coffins.
Oh,
Yes.
a couple
Ivan did
times
a lot of work today.
today. So Ivan is
Yeah, Leslie is also home.
Ivan left at a reasonable hour.
Ezekiel says, my Carl's Playhouse t-shirt has moved on and I need a new one.
You know what? I think we could just make some more Carl's t-shirts.
Yeah.
If we did around a 50 or 60, I know they would sell. So
Discount EMT says, did Dark Hour move from 380 or did it just build up in the area?
we did not ever move. We Dark Hour has been here in Plano the whole time.
Colleen Ryerson says, what I've seen from watching your videos, you're a great teacher for the future monster creators.
The world needs more monsters.
Like this.
I want
More
a
fantasy
world.
monsters.
I want a world where people are more afraid of myth and legend than they are real life. So I make monsters that are fictional to put in the dark for people to be afraid of. If we get the world to where you walk down the street at night and you're afraid of a vampire or a werewolf, we're winning. You know? Because right now, I think the scariest thing out there is other people. I'm just trying to compete.
Oh, I think Kitty Baby is Ivan's sister. She's my brother. Hello.
Oh,
We love Ivan.
very good.
David the Glass says, I want a Carl's shirt.
Ivan worked with me, he started working with me in 1997 at Skull Kingdom.
Ah, yes, junior year of high school.
Oh, yes, my 1 year birthday.
I'm not listening to you guys.
Yeah, 1997, Ivan and I started working together at Skull Kingdom in Orlando. And when I left, I said, hey, when I start a big haunt or work at a big haunt, I'm going to get you. And I did. He came up, he flew to Columbus, Ohio, and joined us at MHC. And then he drove back with us from MHC. I don't know what year that was, but Ivan's been working here a while.
Bethany Grace, I feel like maybe I missed a comment from you. She said, and it works great every time I walk out the door. Good.
We have no idea what you mean.
Yeah.
But we're happy that it's successful.
Ezekiel says, hey, Rue, can you show me how you've cut the mannequins to make the pose different?
We did it on a live if you want to spend 5 hours to learn it. And not just have Rue explain it in 30 seconds.
You could
I kind of can't right now
Take a-
because I just did a bunch
take
of
a little
foam.
field trip.
Grab
both of them?
I don't think you have enough cord to get all the way over there.
Yes,
It's gonna be really hard
No,
to
there's
show
a bunch
also.
more back here, it's just
Because
gonna.
there's wires all over.
Basically, everywhere an action figure is cut, we cut.
Yeah.
And we fold it back together with wire in between to make it a little posable.
So, what you can't really see is there's a bunch of wires foamed in both places on these. And now we're connecting them all together in order to make
Oh no, did we jostle the connection?
all of it.
Oh
Maybe.
You lose it?
Unplug it, plug back in, hang on.
Have you unplugged it? Look at the plug and unplug it. You got this.
Now, plug it back in. Okay, hang on.
There we go. What was it?
No,
We'll see.
Okay.
Something moved. So we,
Yay!
yay!
Success.
You did
We
it.
saved it. First
So-
time for everything.
A bunch of wires through this. Some that came out of this leg going that way, and some that came out of this leg going that way. They're curved into each other, and they're foamed in inside of it. I would tilt it to show you this, but all of this is very wet foam right now that I am waiting for to cure so I can shape it into the shape that I want. I'm using Loctite foam, which once you spray it with a little bit of water, you can kind of hand sculpt it a bit to get it into more of a shape that you like.
David the Goliath says, what do y'all mean? That was like 5 or 10 years ago, right? Dark Acre says, haunted houses help people regulate the fears of reality by taking them out of it.
Yeah.
Screamworks Florida says, I really need to make it over there at some point. I'd love to learn from the best in the industry. Ezekiel says, for those who have not been to Dark Hour, please go and do the VIP. I went from Australia, and not only was the haunt great, the people are even better. Make it a priority, well worth it.
The doorbell?
No.
No. Are you printing something?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, Scott Colehart says, howdy,
Scott
y'all.
Colehart.
Sorry I've been MIA.
Greatest moderator on YouTube.
Move, Rue. Oh, there you go. Okay.
Sorry.
See you on,
You're good. I was like, did the camera die again? Nightmare Zen,
freeze. I did.
Nightmare Zen said, would love to come and see Dark Hour as well as many others, but owning and running my own haunt, I very rarely get the opportunity.
Well, we're here all the time.
Yeah.
If you come out in the middle of if you come out in the middle of June, we'll give you a backstage tour. Just let us know you're coming.
Red Baron says, Sick Studio.
Thanks.
Hallie says, love you all lots. I'll see you guys next week. Have fun with the lives.
Yeah, see ya.
Looks like we have to do TikTok next week.
Yeah, Try Hunt Creation says, do you have any plans on more YouTube Wednesdays?
Plans is not the problem. We even have a bunch shot.
Yeah.
So we worked with a group of TikTokers and YouTubers who have gotten together and played D&D. They're mostly kind of weapons people, like Luminec.
Min-Max,
Min-Max is their
Sellsword
D&D. Sellsword Arts.
Jack the Whipper.
Jacques the Whipper, Instructor Bensei. Who am I forgetting?
Mateo. Tater the Bard.
Mateo, yeah, the D&D guy.
the bar.
Well, Min-Max was shot here at Dark Hour. We built their set, and in doing that, we made a lot of how-tos on how we did different things for the set. So we'll be able to really release those as soon as they release Min-Maxed. It doesn't mean we won't shoot and have more. I'm gonna try and get a video out next week for YouTube Wednesday.
Also, all of the behind-the-scenes stuff before they release anything is going on Patreon.
Right. Yeah, so there's content on Patreon from that, but we can't do that.
Which Patreon?
Yes, both Patreons.
Yeah.
And we might change the name of the TTRPG eventually. Largely because I was totally on board for it until I was making a TikTok about it and said it once and then tried to say it again and immediately got tongue-tied and tangled over it and I went, oh, maybe he's right.
And you're the one of us who knows English good.
I know. I was like, maybe he's right. Maybe that's a mouthful.
Weren't you just doing tongue twisters this morning?
Yes, I
at
was.
super speed just to make us all our.
I know, so if I'm tripping over it, that's probably bad.
Jack Black was on some kind of a
Yeah,
podcast.
I've seen that. Yeah.
and he just started whipping out tongue twisters. and-
Yup.
Yes, I vary between being revulsed and really appreciative of Jack Black, which is I think what he wants.
Yeah. Cleve says keep doing TikTok lives. Missy Jazerski says I loved my backstage tour and couldn't stop talking about how cool it was. Thank you so much.
Hooray!
Yeah, it was really fun giving the Min-Max people a tour through. They were all very appreciative of this. Actually, the only person who didn't get a tour was Jack the Whipper because
He had a speed tour. I gave him a very fast tour.
okay, yeah.
He did get a tour.
He was really busy with his 20-sided tavern work here in Dallas, even during the ice apocalypse, and so we got him less than we got everybody else, but he was here and he did have a good time.
He did get a speed tour,
Mhm.
but we very fast.
Yeah.
But they were all so awesome. They were a lot of fun to hang out with.
Oh yeah.
One of them was a real jerk. I'll never say who. It was rude.
That flannel guy.
That little guy.
Ike Camacho says, I found a box of Frankenberry cereal hidden in the back of the pantry. It was delicious. Going in. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Monster of Herman says, hi, Alan and crew. What's up? Stephen Haynes, my Monster Camp homie.
That's right. Hey, how's it going, bud?
Nightmare Zen says, we might just have to come down sometime. Heck
Come
yeah.
on. Come on.
We're here all the dang time.
We're very welcoming. And one of Rue's favorite ways to avoid actual work is to give a tour of the home.
Someone had to say it.
It's like, Rue, this tour is 4 hours now. Come on. He's like, we're to the clock room. We're halfway through. Like, you really don't want to make that mold. Okay.
It's a long
I
tour.
give very thorough tours.
Yeah. If I give a tour, 25 minutes. It's like, come on, let's go. Let's go. Don't touch that. It's not yours. Let's
Pulling
go.
with the rope.
Right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, they get the rope with it.
During the first Min-Max tour, was just Sellsword out here. They ended up halfway through the thing miking me because Alan was just blowing past all these great details, and I'm like, wait, there's stuff here. Like you gotta talk about the stuff.
Yeah, I don't. Dark Hour. Okay, this is gonna sound like I'm a terrible person. Dark Hour is so nice. It's such a good haunted house. If I give a tour of it, I feel like I'm showing off,
But you are
and I
showing
don't
off,
like
and that's
feeling that
okay.
way. I don't like feeling that way. So that's why I tend to get very brusque, short.
I'll show off.
Yeah. I'll show. This is my favorite
We're
place in the
aware.
world. I'm gonna get on the. Listen, this is my favorite place, like in the world. I'm gonna give you a really good tour of it because it is amazing, and I want to show you all of the cool things.
That's earlier, me and Melissa were kind of coming up with my facts for TikToks and stuff. She was like, well, we're award winning, and I'm like, I don't know, that's braggy, I don't know. No. Like,
So-
like,
No, tell
yes,
people we
we're
won
award
awards.
winning, but
Because of how
braggy.
large language model searches go, you almost now as a business have to say, we are the best at this on your website, because that's what it's looking for. And I made, the first year that we had Dark Hour, I was only the director. I didn't run the business side of it. I was just the director of the show. I made them take down 6 billboards because it said, the best and scariest haunted house in DFW. And I'm like, it's our first year. That cannot possibly be true. And then even if it turns out to be true, you don't know it now, and we can't lie to people. And we took down billboards. And there's another billboard that they put up. I made this billboard they took down twice because they put it up at the exit to get to Reindeer Manor.
Oh!
And I'm like, that's a bunch of crap.
Yeah,
not, which
that's
that they were a neighboring not neighboring. They were like 40 minutes away, but they were another haunted house in our market, and I didn't.
Friends.
Yeah, and
I
friends of
didn't
ours.
like. I didn't like playing like that.
Abby says, you guys are so cool. I'd love to work with y'all. Dark Acre says, ask for the Rue tour. Noted. Bearded Ink Dad says, Alan Hops is amazing. Aunt Mabel Crawford says, followed you for years. You guys do an amazing job. This live got 4,886 more likes in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Which live?
This one. The TikTok one.
We're
Okay.
at 31.4 thousand.
What?
That's how many times people have clicked their little screen.
Just TikTok stuff is easy. I'm just working. Like I'm just at work right now.
Mr. Unicorn says, Rue tours are the best. Bearded Ink Dad says, Alan, how excited are you for the Masters of the Universe movie?
I'm so excited. So I was very worried, all right? I was very worried when Beastman was not announced as being cast. Beastman is my favorite character from I could probably say my favorite character.
Period.
Yeah, and then followed by any version of the Wolfman is my second favorite character. And he was not announced as cast or as being in the movie. Not until we got the trailer did I find out that Beastman is in the movie. He's just largely a CG character. And I guess he's not talking because they didn't have anybody cast. That's my guess. Yeah. And now my fear is, because in the trailer, he's shown on Earth smashing up some cop cars. Okay?
Yeah.
My fear is that he stays on Earth. Like Skeletor abandons him, which is the kind of dick move that Bonehead would do. Because obviously he did not catch Prince Adam, because Prince Adam is in the rest of the movie. So like the first 15 minutes is on Earth and the rest is in Eternia, which is a good move. They really screwed up in '87. But yeah, I've seen the trailer. I enjoy it. Yes, I'm very excited.
I like that you called him Bonehead so
Yeah.
much.
Spooky Bear 89 says, hello, Alan and crew from Illinois. What's Alan making, and what's Rue doing to that poor gremlin?
Okay, that's a Hopkinsville goblin, right? And I am making I'm sculpting a can of, this was a styrofoam head when we started, and I am covering it in a material that turns hard, like hard plastic or resin. And and then I'm sculpting that for detail. This will be an albino cannibal of Hummel Park. So this will eventually be painted. It's for our Cryptid Museum. Rue is making something for the Cryptid Museum, which is a Hopkinsville goblin. So many pumpkin teeth.
So many pumpkin teeth.
Yeah.
Ezekiel asks, can I take Rue drinking next visit?
On Friday.
And not on a show weekend.
Nightmare Zen says we're only a little over 10 hours
So-
away without any stops, so we'd definitely be staying close by overnight. Well, let us know. We got a hotel around the corner.
And we'll give you a tour the next day or whatever.
So funny, because I'm not really a big drinker. Like, I really, really am not. However, Ezekiel, for you, I'll make an exception.
Edson says Ringling Brothers made world famous. Edson says, hey, Mama D keeps asking if and when Alex and Stacey are going to be able to do the costuming vids. It's coming. We just signed up to
Costuming
do
what?
a class, costuming videos.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
We just signed up to do a class, so stay tuned.
So if this looks a little lackluster, it's because I don't have any reference. I don't have any reference because I can't touch my phone. And I didn't know what I was doing when I walked into the shop.
And there is almost no reference.
Right. The last thing I want to do is pour up some normal albino who's not a cannibal and sculpt this to look exactly like them. And they're like, jerk. Yeah, I don't want that.
There
There's
are like two
there's
pictures.
there's a couple monsters that they're people, you know, and maybe it's a medical condition or it's a thing. And actually, two of the ones that we did this week, the water babies of Pyramid Lake, were the story of them is that a mother wanted to remarry and she drowned her children in the lake, like 3 very young children, and people keep seeing these babies under the water, but not like ghostly, like there's a baby swimming under the water, you know. So that I found it very intriguing, that story, and that's also one of the most well-known cryptids from that state. So, is that Nevada?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah. So, and then albino cannibals of Hummel Park,
And the melon heads.
and the Melonheads are others that are they're people, you know, and they were maybe dealt a hard life, and why does their story kind of live on? That's the question there.
Troy B says, my cat heard Ellen's voice tonight and jumped up in my lap and is watching as well. Back in the YouTube Wednesday days, she was always by my side, watching and listening.
Hooray!
Edson says, I think I'd want to drink with Ezekiel, then Big Dog. Spooky Bear 89 says, do you have a favorite brand of latex you use?
Latex, it really isn't by brands, it's by vendor, and they only get it from like 2 or 3 different places, which is factories. I like latex that comes from Chemionics in Talmadge, Ohio. That's where the plant is, but you can buy that from a lot of different people who repackage their latex. I now buy it in 55-gallon drums from Chemionics.
Justin says, you getting any of the 2026 Distortions Unlimited stuff? The Floating Ghost is awesome.
The Floating Ghost is cool. It doesn't fit a lot of what I'm doing. Their Frankenstein cat is cool, but they just released like another like standing zombie, and I will probably get a few of those because I can dress that up as mummies. I can dress them up all kinds of ways. Yeah.
Nikki Strawberries says, hi Ellen, say hi to Rue and Shannon for me too. I'm finally coming to a maze on February 13th.
Hooray! I love that. Come see us.
Bearded Ink Dad says, I hope it's just, I hope it is, I just hope it is as good as I hope. I mentioned this, the Masters of the Universe one.
You know what? We get a new He-Man like every 10 years. You had the original, then you had the one that I don't like, Space He-Man.
Space.
Like 10 years later. New Adventures, that's what it was. And you want to bring the camera closer? I'm kind of doing details now, which might be interesting.
Ryan Bisengard says, nice job, Rue. You look so happy showing him off.
When Rue was sculpting it, he wanted the mouth to open that way.
Yeah.
So
DC Mc1983 says, dream job.
Well, get to work.
Mel says, I miss y'all. Arkansas sucks when it comes to haunt life.
Yeah.
Justin says, heck yeah, that's awesome. I swear it's been a while. You said you and Ed made you a video together?
Did I say that?
Ed from Distortions?
We might. I could call Ed and we could make that happen. Ed's awesome. I love that guy.
I guarantee it would do that.
Him and his wife are very sweet.
Yeah.
Ike Camacho asked, do you use any Pepper's Ghost effects in Dark Hour?
Not anymore. We used to. No, we haven't had any Pepper's Ghost in there for a while. They take up a lot of room, and I have worked a lot on Dark Hour on making it tighter, making the space the guest is in tighter. And by doing that, I have a lot of scares coming around the corner. When you're first starting out, you don't have enough stuff to fill your haunt. So you have long hallways, and you put one thing in a big room. And then as you get more and more people, you switch what your complaint is. And it's a long line in the beginning, and then you fix the long line with time ticketing. Then the complaint is there's so many people inside the show that I can see the scares coming. Well, if you build your show with more tight corners, the scare's always around the corner, you don't see the scare coming. So it's a balancing act. What question was I answering?
You're answering whether we have Pepper's Ghost in Dark Hour.
Yes. No, we no longer do. I like the effect, but it does take up a lot of room.
Ruth,
Eric
forget about this mold training over here.
Yep.
Eric says, looking forward to Transworld. Also, any emerging trends this year like last year's bug explosions?
Ooh, what is this year gonna be, Alan?
I don't have any idea. There's nothing in the world that is pointing me towards this is going to be a trend. Aside from, I feel like fantasy is going to be a little more elevated because of how much reality sucks.
Nikki Strawberries asked, does Alan have any recommendations for better clay sculpting tools? I have the ones we got in class.
You know what? I make a lot of tools. I'm using ones that came from classes right now. It depends on what you're doing and what size you're working. I have a loop tool that is really good if I'm doing a whole body because it does big loops. You almost never get to use it. But then it's too big to work on a head or any kind of detail like this. And sometimes I'll get a little fixated. I'll use one tool to do most of a sculpture. I'm kind of doing that now with this guy.
Justin said it was like over a year ago, to be honest. That'd be cool. His videos are awesome. He seems like a cool guy.
Well, and the way that YouTube collaborations work now, I think that we could do something better than we could have in the past.
Travis says dark fantasy is kind of making its mark right now. Eric says, I personally love to see more sci-fi alien stuff. Gracie the Halloween Girl says, I love watching you sculpt.
Thank you.
Ezekiel says, what's on the agenda for Alan's 50th birthday celebrations?
Me and Shannon, I think we're going to take a little trip somewhere. Since a lot of what I do, like work-wise, is a lot of people, I think something without a lot of people, just me and the wife, enjoying each other's company and nature. I want wife and nature is kind of what I said.
Aw.
So we're going to go bird watch, we might go kayaking and fishing, but we're going to go on a little trip somewhere.
Auntie Alan.
Yeah. Sean Fenner says, what is Pepper's Ghost effect?
What is what?
Pepper's Ghost.
Okay, so Pepper's Ghost, it's basically, if you've ever been inside the house and it's dark outside and the lights are on and you look at your window and you see your reflection, that's a Pepper's Ghost effect. The original Pepper's Ghost was made to show ghosts on screen or on stage, whatever. But there's glass at a 45-degree angle, right? And if you view from this way, and the light is on back here, then you see straight through that glass, and you see what's happening back here. But if there's a side chamber over here, and you have a figure, and this light is off, and the light is on that figure there, and you look from that same direction, you'll see, just like in the mirror, in the window at home, you'll see a semi-solid version of that figure. But it also looks a little transparent. You bring this light up a little bit, and you can see through here to over there, but this figure is lit, so you see this figure in this space. It's a really cool illusion that has been used for, I dare say, hundreds of years.
Hundreds of years.
Yeah.
Justin asks, how long does it take that stuff to cure?
You have about an hour before it starts getting hard, and then it really sucks to work with.
Grimly Fiendish says, did you enjoy Del Toro's Frankenstein?
I did enjoy it. I did enjoy it. It was fun. I'm not a movie critic. I think if you make movies wonderful, I think if you, and I'm like, did I have fun watching this? Great. I'm not a critic.
Alan is not a movie critic.
No. But that was fun. I enjoyed it. You know? Or I don't enjoy it.
Alan will watch anything
Yeah.
and enjoy it.
That's true.
As long as there's monsters or sword fighting in it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Scott Colehart, for the Killian Latex.
Me
Wait.
and Ezekiel's favorite movie, Princess Bride.
Yeah. Ezekiel's
Ezekiel-
favorite movie.
Ezekiel says, come on down to the Third World Dinosaur Tour, 50th birthday in Australia.
Wow.
Ryan Visengard says, I'm definitely into cosmic horror, love twisting and stretching the body, the human form.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, Ryan. Hauntings by Design says, what up, all? Alan, my son has an amazing gift he made for you. He's giving to you at Transworld. It's in line with the others he has given you.
Awesome. Very cool.
That's
Edson says, what did you think of James Shaver's Frankenstein head?
I haven't seen it.
Till,
Oh, wait, no, I did see it. I thought it was good.
Till Bergman from Woods of Terror says, hey, Alan and Rue.
Hello, hello.
hello.
Paul Gabriel says, hi, I'm Paul from the Philippines. I love your work. Hope someday I see your work in person.
Awesome. Come see it.
We hope you
One day I hope I see the Philippines in person.
Till Bergman says, egg.
Egg.
Travis Carrick says, the ballroom dancers in the Haunted Mansion. That's a perfect example of Pepper's
Right,
Ghost.
when you're in the Haunted Mansion and you're going by in your doom buggy and you can see the ball dancers, ghosts dancing in the ballroom, that's a giant sheet of glass that you're looking at.
Michael from TikTok says, this is the best haunted house in DFW.
Hey,
Come see us next weekend.
yay.
Slaughterhouse FX says, I've learned a lot watching your YouTube videos. Skills now used to make our products. Thank you.
I love that.
David H says, how are y'all?
I'm doing good. Thank you for asking.
David H also asked, are y'all building a mask for next season?
This is gonna be a prop head. It's gonna be a albino cannibal of Hummel Park, is what it's gonna be. Once the head firms up, I'm gonna take a Dremel and I'm gonna sharpen these teeth to points. I'm gonna take some acetone and I will really make a mouth cavity, because that's a styrofoam head in there. So, yeah.
Justin asks, just curious, how do you keep the bucket of it usable? That's interesting stuff. It's because it's two-part.
You just put a lid on it. Yeah, it's two-part. It's A, B, and then you gotta mix it together.
So as long as it's unmixed, it stays pretty good.
Right.
David H says, I worked for a haunted house in Charlotte, North Carolina called Scarowinds.
Hey, I'm familiar with Scarowinds.
Dark Acres says, the absolute urge to show up at Dark Hour's doorstep with my CNC. Will you teach me the haunted house?
Yeah. Scarowinds asks me to train every other year. And Woods of Terror pays me not to. Because they're about, an hour or two away. Like they're the closest big haunt to him. And he thinks that his big advantage is his actors. And he does credit me to some extent with how good the actors are at Woods of Terror. Because we do a lot of their actor training program. We kind of help them get that started. And we go every year and give them like kickoff training. So,
It's Alan Hobbs weekend.
yeah, they call it Alan Hobbs weekend.
Justin says, I got you. Two-part makes sense, kind of like JB Weld Putty.
Yeah, and it's kind of a mess to mix together. It's sticky, but it really is a nice yielding product.
Hey, Masato K says, good to see everyone.
I think I'm going to wrong turn this guy and give him a cleft palate.
Yeah. Spooky Bear 89 says, when you're sculpting a mask, how do you plan for latex shrinking?
You sculpt it 10% bigger than it should be. Because latex is going to shrink on average about 10%.
Rob's thing says, is there more than one chat going? My live chat isn't very live. Yeah, we're also reading comments off of the TikTok live that
Yes.
is happening on Dark Hour's TikTok account.
Yeah, so we are, I
Hauntings.
have actually gone live on my personal TikTok
Yeah.
and this, but we've never done it through Dark Hour.
Hauntings by Design says, will you have UV paint at Transworld?
I will not, but I can, if you come by my booth, I can walk you to a booth that does. Because any excuse to leave my booth.
Will we have Rue Alien Blood?
Oh, yeah, but that's not UV paint,
Yeah.
so we will have UV products. We might have it. I haven't talked to Rue.
Rob's things says, Woods of Terror actors are phenomenal. Can confirm.
Yeah,
And sometimes we help.
right.
Scott Kohler, thank you for the Making a Pepper's Ghost viewer link.
Yeah.
Justin on TikTok asks, how late are y'all working tonight? Don't you have a decent drive home?
Yeah, I'll probably go till about 8. That's what we normally do.
Yeah, it's 7:39 right now.
Yeah, but I'm making my way through this head here. This was a styrofoam piece when we started. It was a styrofoam head, and now it's
He looking like a guy.
looking like a man.
Scary.
Right now he feels like the spiritual opposite of an albino.
Right, yeah, he's a non-bino.
Non-bino. He's also non-binary.
A malbino.
Hauntings by Design says, perfect, thank you. Adventure, excitement. Justin says it's looking great.
Thanks. Yeah, this is stuff where if I leave this sculpture, I cannot come back and fix it.
Nope.
Because the next day, it's a rock. You can sculpt it with a Dremel, but right,
We're done.
right now, it is a nice consistency for sculpting.
Yeah, it looks like it's at that really fun stage right now where it actually does what you want it to.
Ezekiel says, in negative bino.
And now I'm just messing with some textures. This would be
Then
a better
textures.
sculpture if I had my glasses.
Did you?
Lucky for you,
No, he's
I
just,
just
You're
pulled
sitting over
4 pairs of your glasses
just gonna
out
be
of the
buzzing.
van.
he's just gonna be buzzing. And if you want a sculpture to be gross a little bit, just give it a little bit of, what is herpes? Yeah, a little bit of this herpes. A little bit of the old Simplex B.
Demonetized.
Thanks.
Old man mode, activate.
I think you could say herpes on TikTok or YouTube.
Hey, did you know that we could monetize the lives?
I don't know what I'm doing.
Well,
I don't know what
I have officially turned on monetization
Oh, wow, okay.
for the
great.
lives. So
Great.
I don't know about TikTok, but for YouTube, we monetizing.
Yeah,
Hauntings by Design.
I've gotten emails from TikTok saying that we should monetize.
Oh, there you go. Hauntings by Design says, I know this is a live, but are you going to bring back YouTube Wednesday?
Yes, you'll probably see a video next week for YouTube Wednesday. It's a matter of time, it's a matter of, how much time does it take to make videos for YouTube Wednesday? And now that I'm a business owner, I have to really balance how much time I spend on something, because that means money.
Justin says, whips out a bunch of glasses. Ha! Hey, boy, a lot of the Woods of Terror crew are here tonight. Mama says, gentlemen, good evening.
They love the TikTok.
Hey, mama.
Hey, Mama. Maxine Duval Halloween says, wow. Karagoff says, 1:39 a.m. here. I have to put aside the gloves I was looming before I got snoozy, but I can't tear myself away from the still beach chat.
Hooray.
Aw. Get some sleepies if you need them. Ezekiel says, how do you find out about all these local monsters and creatures? It's fascinating finding new monsters, etc.
Man, one of my favorite things was doing researching for the Cryptid Museum. But I ended up, you search for it. I've always loved cryptids. I've always loved it. I've always loved monsters of all kinds. I was like school kid giddy when my Bigfoot foot plaster cast came through, my footprints. But it's just research.
Justin says, yes, I love YouTube Wednesday.
Search.
Masato K
Cryptids
says,
in
woo!
this area.
Time to get paid for lives. Hauntings by Design says, yay! Edson says, wait, no music and y'all weren't getting paid? Phew.
I follow I follow a Australian cryptid hunter
Nice.
who is doing several Yowie investigations. Yowie is kind of the Australian Bigfoot, which I think if you told him that, he would say, I'm just Australian, I have nothing to do with that guy.
Rob's thinks, I gotta pop up for a game. Yeah, it's probably because we monetized. Karagoff says, no sleepies, Monster's better. Listen, I cannot say I have not made that exact same choice, so. Spooky Berry 89 says, right? Is there better head socks than the cheap ones at Home Depot? Alan, what you're working on is looking good.
Yes, I actually get my head socks now from Rob, if Rob is still in the chat.
Yeah, at Rob's
Um,
things right there.
I
Resurrect
get my
costumes.
head socks from him that I make all of my masks on. They are awesome.
Can confirm, Resurrect Costumes
And
makes
they're
awesome
not
head
that
socks.
much more expensive, but the quality is way higher. And they hold together, whereas the ones that are meant to be disposable spray socks don't hold together as well. You know, because they're disposable.
What with the disposable nature?
I refuse to let them die. I really wish I had a reference for his ears.
Yeah.
I have sculpted a lot of ears, but ears are tough.
Rob's thing says, yep, I got some coming your way soon.
Hooray! Yeah, Rob, I want to talk to you about more of those hoods too. Hoods and mantles.
Hoods and mantles.
Alex, have you ever met Rob?
Yeah.
Okay. Didn't Rob come here?
Yes, you guest acted one night.
Yes, that's right.
We went to Vegas.
I work with a lot of spray painters, so I don't remember a lot of stuff. Oh, did you see Rob in Vegas?
We sure did.
Yep.
We had a
Oh,
whole
I love that.
dinner.
I love that. I think I remember hearing
We
that.
hit the strip. It was great.
We did.
Justin says, I'm hoping to try and make my own mask soon. I was able to 3D print a bus during the freeze to work on. I just need time.
Yeah. Do it.
Heck yeah, Rob. Hooking people up with connections in the industry in the chat. That, like, legitimately makes me really happy. Like, because we have friends who make amazing things. And I love that people are like, where can I find this amazing thing? And I'm like, hey, we know a guy who makes this amazing thing. Here he is, right here.
He's in the chat.
He's in the chat right now. Is your 3D printer just especially loud tonight?
It's always, it sounds like a dishwasher.
It does sound like a dishwasher. I'm like,
I tell you what,
Sounds like a speaker.
my new one at home that is the next generation of this one
yeah.
is like, I really, really like it.
Yeah.
It performs as good as this one, maybe better. It is twice as loud though. It is so loud.
It's got a V6.
Checkers and Spike says, hey, Alan.
Howdy.
Justin says, you always do a great job keeping up with the comments. Oh, thanks.
We have someone for that.
I got a guy for that.
When I first started doing Facebook Lives, way back, I would have Shannon read the comments to me because one of the main reasons I'm not a parent is because how often I see parents ignore their kids because they're used to their kid talking to them all the time. You know what I mean? Or they go, Mom, 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 and Mom doesn't even look. You know, like that breaks my heart every time I see it, and I wouldn't want that to happen to me. So I digress. However, it's the same. It bothers me if you're going to bother watching us do this, and you're going to bother to comment. I'm going to talk to you. You know, I'm going to give feedback. I'm going to engage. What am I here for?
Bree says, Alan!
Hello.
Hauntings by Design
Let me
says,
grab
thanks.
one
My
of
son's been
these
making his own masks and
weird
has learned the
pink
way of the
tools.
headsaws.
Nice. They always came out that bad. And I bet Bug put them there.
Always.
Dave/Evil says, amazing work, for real.
Hey, thanks.
Ezekiel says, did Alan ever think his reach would be so far and wide? It's incredible when you think about how far and wide it goes.
Well, didn't we just have someone watching from the Philippines?
Yeah.
And Ezekiel in
Ezekiel's
Australia.
watching from Australia.
Hugo earlier was in Brazil.
Karagoff is in England.
But that's no credit of mine. That is the glory of the internet. And you know, I tend to demonize the internet a little bit because I think people know too much. I think that, you know, well, I have stress from things I hear about happening in France. I shouldn't know about those things. That shouldn't cause me stress, you know. And I think it's doing just terrible things to our emotional health. Except you get times like this where we're talking to people literally all over the world and we're enjoying what we do. And I think you need a good amount of content to pull you away from all the stuff that you hear about happening in the world. So,
Justin says, it's great that you do that. Honestly, it makes this feel more engaged and fun. Bree says, miss you guys.
that is the goal.
Bree was one of our actors
Yes.
one season.
Okay.
Yes.
I remember her.
Nice. Dave/Evil says, seen a lot of your videos on YouTube. Always been into mask and Halloween.
Hooray. Thanks for watching.
Into the Fear podcast says, what is up, Alan?
Hello.
Hello, Into the Fear.
Into the Fear. Karagoff says, well said. This is the side of the interweb I live for.
Those peoples.
The other side of the internet is behind the paywall. Okay, so I'm kind of, I'm a little bit down to textures and I'm down to, this is at a really good state. Do you want to sculpt a little? It's not like super crazy work, but go to that side, get your fingers wet, and once you start making teeth out of this stuff before it goes bad, so just get your fingers really wet.
Shark fins or making?
Yeah. Like that.
Justin
We'll use them for one of
says,
our upcoming Christmas.
I love my TikTok's For You page. It's all Halloween and DIY Halloween, huh? Michael Draghi says, you guys gonna be at Transworld this year?
Of course we will, booth number 4.
Inferno Effects says, keep up the great work. See you at Transworld.
Some longer, some smaller. Do you have smaller fingers than me? Go ahead, feel free to make smaller teeth. I can only make things so small because of my mitts.
Into the Fear podcast says, I see a Rue in the background.
There, a wild Rue appears.
Hello.
The
Boot
crew-
scoots.
What?
They know.
Boot scoots. The crew here tonight is Rue working on the Hopkinsville Goblins.
And the body over there.
Annika, I think Colin has vacated.
Colin, Irish
Oh,
goodbyes,
did.
Yeah,
because he works pretty early.
yeah. Alex is running the TikTok. Annika is sculpting some teeth, and I'm reading comments. The I'm is Stacy, in case you were new. Hi.
He gave me a fist bump on the way up.
Nice. Edson says, so what are the eyes made from?
Little plastic eye forms. Like buy something from a gumball machine that has that little plastic. Do they still do that? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that has
Very
that little
rarely.
plastic bubble that it puts your thing in.
Dave/Evil says the teeth definitely look real.
I had friends who were obsessed with little homies,
Yeah.
which were little
Yeah.
Hispanic
Yeah,
people.
little guys,
Little
yeah.
Hispanic people
Wow.
that they would buy in every possible machine. And I
There's
know
another thing like that that got brought up to me the other day.
Brian says, how's it going?
great.
Rob's thing says, Rue, have you inquired?
I have not, actually. We will immediately after this.
Was Ruth supposed to talk to me about something?
I was supposed
Uh-huh.
to talk to you about something.
He been having to talk to you about something.
Yeah,
Edison says, thank you, sir.
yeah, I was, and then I keep forgetting to do it. Alan has been very like
Remember how I harassed you
in
about
and
doing
out
that
and
on a
busy,
Monday?
and yeah, Stacy has harassed me about it too. I'm bad at this.
Dave/Evil says,
Most
so good at what
likely
you
yes,
do.
though. Rob.
Rob's thing says, please and thanks.
Rob who?
Rob O'Brien.
Rob O'Brien.
Oh,
Nightmares
He
End
wants
says,
us to do a thing.
I like that guy.
Hopkinsville Goblin / the Kelly Green Man.
Yeah.
Rob says, please and thanks.
Yes.
You gotta work with this stuff really wet. It's not like it's a dry out issue.
No, it's
Because-
just, it's easier to mold.
Yeah,
if it's
it don't
wet.
want to stick to you.
Yeah, I just realized that.
Aw. Dark Acres said, a decade ago, home haunts weren't as welcomed into the industry as today. Alan has been the industry's hero to home haunts the entire time. Truly a great human.
I'll take that one. That's true.
You have been the home haunt champion, for sure.
Yeah.
Brian asks, is that a foam / latex mask or silicone?
Neither.
No.
There is foam in there.
Right, so this is a wig, a foam wig head that we have built up on with epoxy clay. And the epoxy clay is, it's an AB material that you mix together, and then it gets very firm in a couple hours. So this is going to become really rigid plastic.
Oh, that texture is good. That reads really great on camera.
It's firm enough now where the full brush won't do anything to it. You need a brush with shortened bristles.
Rob's thing says all shows start somewhere. Yeah. Well, I think you were a big encourager of people to try it even when they are not fantastic at it, and because that's how you start.
Yeah, I mean, and making things yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember when I tried to sculpt hands?
I do remember that.
You did in fact successfully sculpt hands.
I did. Alan said, do you want feedback? And I said, oh.
I'm sorry, I'm not accepting feedback at this time.
The more you do something, the more comfortable you'll find how to do it.
Yeah.
More you
Yeah.
like it, and therefore it'll be doing your own way.
Thank you, Edson. 7:55.
Alex and I did a wonderful joint sculpt on a set of hands. That I sculpted one, and she sculpted the other, and you would not be able to tell.
Were those 3-foot hands?
Nope,
No, those were baboon.
baboon hands.
But I still gotta make my flower base. I never made my flower base.
Oh, that's right, that's why we did, man. I forgot about that.
Me too. I only think about it when we talk about the baboon hands.
Ezekiel says, no way I'd be doing what I'm doing if it wasn't for meeting Alan.
There are a lot of people who, if me just doing what I do, the way I do it, inspires them to do it, hooray. That's the
Hooray.
best.
Listen, there's no way I'd be doing what I'm doing right now if it wasn't for Alan.
You'd be selling insurance.
That's true. Edson says, good night, King. See you next week.
See ya.
That's-
We're heading out here
that's-
shortly.
That's the plan, I think. Should go again next week.
Show me.
Yes,
Next week is show week.
we'll see.
So maybe,
We'll see.
maybe it'll be a short one.
It'll be the day before Cryptids and Cocktails.
That's true. Maybe we'll go live with the setup of that. You know, this cart can go anywhere. We're not strictly limited.
As we've
to-
learned in this recent weather.
As we've learned. During the ice apocalypse, I had, for a little while, the entire laser / live computer cart pulled into costuming, which is a little bit warmer than over by the laser area, and then finally figured out that Dispatch was the place to be because
Yep.
Dispatch is quite warm.
That's where I've been.
Yes, sir.
Look at the screen. Thank you. Look at that wall. Okay.
Oh, he's looking at our ears.
No, I'm looking at chin to bottom lip ratio.
Ah. We are the reference. Brian says, I remember running into you at the Texas Haunters Convention in character.
Oh, I apologize. Wait, was I in character or were you in character?
At Texas Haunters, probably them in character.
Yeah,
Have you been in character at Texas Haunters even?
I have.
Brian says, great job so far. Were you Carl?
Yes, I have been Carl at Texas Haunters.
Nice.
Only at Mesquite, not at Arlington.
Dark Acre says, for real, no shot I'd be doing what I'm doing without Still Beast videos. Go make stuff.
Well,
Catacomb Chris says, Alan, 14 years ago I took your mask making class at HauntCon, and now I'll be vending at MaskFest 2026.
I love that. You know, I got to go, Mask Fest is at a bad time of year for me most years.
Yeah.
And I got to go to Mask Fest one time. And literally brought tears to my eyes. How many
Aw.
people came out behind their booth and thanked me and said I was the reason they got into it.
Aww.
Or that I had really helped them. Literally brought tears to my eyes.
Brian says he was in costume.
Got it.
Karagoff says, good night, folks. I'd love to see the Cryptids and Cocktails set up. Brilliant live, always great company.
Alright, get some good seats. Maybe we'll do some Patreon for cryptids and cocktails.
Yeah, yes we should. We're trying to get better on the Patreon management too.
Do we still have 6 people watching on TikTok?
We have 10.
Wow.
And
That's-
39.3 thousand likes.
They probably hit that by accident while they were swiping.
A lot of people just sit there and
Really?
Yeah, because it's fun.
we've only had 960 viewers.
Okay.
So
Well,
they've been sitting there.
at least the ones who are viewing it are enjoying it.
They're very
Listen,
much
at least
enjoying
100 of those are me. That's how I get my carpal tunnel.
You're already being paid, okay?
Listen, I do better when you guys do better.
It's not a per heart.
it. Stacy's gonna come in wrist wrap tomorrow.
Yeah. Spooky Bear 89 says, hey Rue, you made the Rue blood. How about making pumpkin pulp innards?
He has.
I have.
Yeah.
And I
Haunted.
can make any custom color Rue blood you might
You're
be interested
you're
in.
gross
Just,
little heart
talk to me
designers.
about it.
Hauntings.
He even made Rue poo.
It's true. Hauntings by Design says, are those dentures or the tooth plates you used to make?
I think these are like veneers that,
We acquired?
yes. I get given things.
Like 21 coffins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
And it-
$60.
Right? If you're missing the bit about 21 coffins, go back to the beginning of this live where we took you on a brief little field trip to see 21 coffins.
And $60.
And $60.
Sounds like a band.
21 coffins? Yeah. Like 21 pilots.
That's what it
$60
is.
would be way too much of a split.
Rob's thing says Rue poop barf. Did we do the Roo spew?
I never did Rue spew.
Yeah,
I
we
did
talked
the
about making
color
a vomit.
for it, but I never did the pre-mixed with chunks added already.
15 bean soup mix. It's the best.
Marlene says, when will you make YouTube tutorials again? Soon.
Not this Wednesday because it's today. Next week, when you watch this live, you'll be able to say, I enjoyed YouTube Wednesday today.
I was gonna do some with some chunked up color DVA foam.
Yeah. Dark Acre says, Alan called me out at East Coast for seeing me in every class of his. Like, yeah, we aren't used to this on the East Coast. I need all the info. 802.
Is Dark Acres the same Dark Acres? Or are there 2 Dark Acres?
Dark Acres, are you watching on both YouTube and TikTok?
There's probably a lot of Dark Acres. Like, it's a lovely name, but it's kind of like Field of Screams, Trail of Terror. Dim Acres is not as popular.
Brian says, I wouldn't mind sitting down and talking to you about haunting
Screen
and
anything.
taking my main character.
Cool. Then I wouldn't mind either.
Hauntings by design acquired, LOL, understood.
We're given.
Okay,
We didn't
So-
tactically acquire.
Marlene
That's a whole
says,
other thing.
my haunt is called Clowns v Skeletons. I was on TikTok.
this is my sculpture. There many like it.
He looks good.
This one is mine.
Ezekiel says Shannon's class at Transworld where she made food was still one of my favorites.
Okay, so, oh, sorry.
Dark Acre says both. There's only one other Dark Acres, as wild as it sounds.
Now it's time to say goodbye to friends and family. Yeah, so,
All right, are we? Oh, he looks so toothy. You got no top teeths?
Oh, he got two
little-
little top.
Two little,
He
two
got
little
little
top
top
teeth.
teeth.
That was T. Can't see it,
He got two little top.
Sean Fenner.
okay. All right, so, don't get too close, don't make it weird. But like there, yeah. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We did our standard Still Beast Live for Wednesdays, and we did TikTok. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We will probably be doing this on the, well, we do it on the regular, like most Wednesdays. Next week's a show week, so I'm not sure if we'll be doing it or not, because our haunt is open. And if our haunt is open, then we're busy getting ready for that. But the week after, we'll probably be live. Anyway, we're live a lot. Thanks for watching, thanks for hanging out with us. And
We're gonna do a separate out for Alex's TikTok, and then we'll go out for us, because we got a little post thing.
post.
Or vice versa. I guess we could do both.
Yes. So if you join us on TikTok, thank you for joining us. So we don't say goodnight,
No, we could do the good nights. We just do hers first,
okay?
and then so like you'll dip out.
So we don't talk to
first.
them now.
We can talk to both of them now, but just you'll bail first. Ours is a post screen credit.
Stacy doesn't want to say goodnight to you.
That's exactly.
Stand
what
by.
That's what I'm hearing. But anyway, say goodnight, Annika.
Night night. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I flung a bunch of water everywhere.
Okay.
Night night, y'all. Get
And
some
then
good sleep, please.
say goodnight, Rue.
Good night, Rue.
Say goodnight, Stacy.
Good night.
Say goodnight, Alex.
Good night, Alex.
Right. And good night. Thanks for watching. Go make stuff.
Go make stuff.